My beloved child, listen up for a second, because this message didn't just pop up by coincidence. Nah, this found you on purpose. The universe doesn't miss. And right now it's tapping you on the shoulder like, hey, don't scroll past this. Something big is shifting behind the scenes, and it's got your name all over it. If you've been feeling heavy for no clear reason, noticing weird coincidences, or sensing something you can't quite explain, yeah, that's not random. That's alignment in motion. Right now, a sacred bridge is being built between your heart and another soul, quietly, carefully, and it all kicked off in the stillest hours of the morning, when the world was asleep and the noise finally shut up, before the sun came up, before notifications, stress, and daily chaos took over. Your soulmate was wide awake, not just eyes open awake, but soul awake. While you may have been sleeping or just starting to stir, they were sitting with thoughts of you that could no longer dodge. This wasn't boredom. This wasn't late night scrolling. This was their spirit pacing back and forth like, enough is enough. They woke up with a tightness in their chest, a heavy pull they couldn't explain to anyone. Not sadness exactly, not fear alone. It was deeper than that. It was like being called by something invisible but powerful, something that doesn't live in the physical world. Early morning hours hit different for a reason. That's when the masks fall off. During the day, people stay busy and act like everything's fine. But in the quiet, truth comes knocking. Your soulmate sat there, maybe staring at the ceiling, maybe looking out a window, questioning every choice they've made. They thought about the distance between you, the silence, the delays they allowed to drag on way too long, and they kept asking themselves why. After all this time, your energy still lives rent-free in their heart. They wondered why no one else compares, why every new connection feels flat, why nobody else feels like home the way you do. In those moments, they were basically having a heart-to-heart with the universe. Whether they call it prayer, meditation, or just sitting in the quiet, it was the same question on repeat. Why can't I let this person go? Why does this connection refuse to fade no matter how hard I try? Here's the truth they finally faced. Running from this bond hasn't brought them peace. Silence didn't erase you. Distractions were just cheap band-aids. They realized this isn't about convenience or attraction. This is soul level, written in the stars type stuff, a contract signed way before this lifetime even started. And yeah, that realization came with regret. Regret for the words left unsaid. Regret for choosing fear over courage, for choosing ego over love. They replayed moments where they almost reached out but froze, almost fought for you, but didn't. Not to punish themselves, but to wake up. Their hand has hovered over the phone more times than you know. Their mind hesitates, but their heart is already moving toward you. But here's where it gets real. What they promised themselves in that quiet moment is about to change everything. And what comes next might shake your world. Stay with me for next part. My beloved child, here's the next layer of this story. Because what happens after that quiet morning is where things start to get really intense. Your soulmate made a promise to themselves that morning. They vowed they would stop ignoring the pull in their own heart, stop pretending this connection didn't matter, and start facing the broken parts of themselves that created the distance in the first place. That's right. They woke up not just physically, but spiritually, and realized that before they can fully come back to you, they have to heal, really heal, from the inside out. Even if you were asleep during those hours, your energy was there with them. Maybe you felt a warm surge, a sudden clarity, or a dream that didn't make sense at the time. That's not coincidence. Energy doesn't check the clock. Your presence crossed over time zones, reaching their heart in a way nothing else could. That's how real this connection is. It brings clarity, not chaos. During those early morning hours, they started seeing the truth. Separation isn't punishment, it's alignment. A period where both of you are learning lessons that you couldn't absorb together. They began to sense that a new chapter is slowly opening, and the mountain of fear that once seemed unmovable now looks like a small hill. The idea of reuniting, which once felt impossible, now feels like a destined reality. As the sun climbed, your soulmate carried those morning realizations into the day like a secret flame. They didn't forget these lessons. They became a subtle, guiding light, influencing every thought, every word, and every decision. They started noticing signs of you everywhere. A song lyric, a word someone dropped in conversation, a fleeting memory. These weren't coincidences. They were confirmations from the universe that your energy is still intertwined with theirs. They also began to notice themselves changing. The patterns that kept them stuck in old habits, the avoidance tactics, the distractions, they all started to feel meaningless. Silence and reflection were teaching them patience, accountability, and the real weight of their choices. They asked themselves, what if I lose this forever because I was too scared to act? That question shook them. Deep down, they knew connections like yours are rare. Ones that come to awaken the soul only happen once, maybe twice in a lifetime. In those hours, your soulmate began crafting a vision of who they want to be for you. A version of themselves who is honest, consistent, and emotionally mature. They're imagining a relationship where fear doesn't control the rules, where both of you stand equally, and where love is proven through effort, not just words. This isn't daydreaming. It's a blueprint born from reflection, patience, and soul-level growth. They're letting go of old fears, the fear of rejection, the fear of being unworthy, the fear of repeating past mistakes. And even though these fears haven't fully vanished, their grip is loosening. The storm that once blocked their heart is finally clearing. They're starting to understand that true healing comes from facing reality, not running from it. And here's the kicker. They can feel that you have changed too. They sense your strength, your boundaries, your self-respect. And instead of pushing them away, this growth makes them respect you even more. They know now that if they want to return to your life, they must rise to meet your level, not expect you to step back. But the story doesn't stop there. As your soulmate's day continues, a deeper shift is happening. One that's about to set the stage for a reunion like nothing you've ever imagined. Don't miss next part. All right, my beloved child, buckle up, because this is where the energy really starts moving. As your soulmate went through the day, the morning's realizations didn't fade. They dug deeper into their heart, quietly reshaping them from the inside out. Every little task, every conversation, every moment was tinted with thoughts of you. And here's the wild thing. It wasn't painful. It was this calm, quiet kind of reflection that made them see life in a whole new light. They started noticing signs of you everywhere. Maybe it was a song on the radio, a word in a conversation, or a memory triggered by a tiny, everyday thing, and they couldn't brush it off. These moments weren't coincidences. They were the universe giving them constant nods, saying, yeah, this connection is real. Pay attention. Suddenly, every other interaction felt shallow, forced, or empty. Nothing compared to the depth they feel with you. It wasn't loneliness. Exactly. It was honesty. An honest reckoning that no one else has touched their soul the way you have. In the quiet of their heart, your soulmate began to truly honor the lessons your connection has brought. They realized how much you've challenged them to grow, how much your energy pushed them to face the parts of themselves they were avoiding. You were the mirror reflecting what they needed to see but were too scared to confront. And now, with that reflection clear, they're stepping into a new version of themselves. Someone ready to act with honesty and courage instead of fear and avoidance. They've started to feel an inner accountability like never before. Not the heavy kind of guilt that crushes, but a conscious, clarifying awareness. They can replay all the times they stayed silent instead of speaking up, the moments they let fear win over courage, and the times they listened to outside opinions instead of the still voice of their heart. They're not doing this to punish themselves. They're doing this to evolve, to prepare to come back to you in a way that's authentic and whole. The thought that haunted them most was simple yet powerful. What if I lose this forever? That question forced a wake-up call. They finally understood that this connection isn't just another relationship. It's a soul-level bond designed to awaken and transform both of you. They're imagining themselves stepping into a new reality, a version of themselves that communicates clearly, stands tall in the face of emotion, and doesn't let fear dictate the rules. Timing also became crystal clear to them. They realized that rushing back before they've truly healed would only hurt both of you. Patience isn't avoidance. It's preparation. They want to show up for you with clarity, intention, and a clean heart. And the more they reflect, the more they sense that you have changed too. You're stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Instead of being intimidated, this inspires them. It tells them, I've got to rise to meet this energy, not expect anything less. By midday, your soulmate is already carrying these lessons deep within. Their actions may seem normal on the outside, but inside, a transformation is in full swing. Every memory of you is now a compass guiding their steps, shaping a vision for how to honor you correctly when the time is right. They're beginning to understand that this connection is sacred, rare, and worth every ounce of effort it takes to nurture it properly. But hold tight, because as the day moves toward evening, an even deeper shift is about to happen, one that will set the stage for emotional clarity, bold decisions, and the kind of alignment you've been waiting for. Next part is where things really start to move. All right, my beloved child, here's where the real magic starts unfolding. The evening hours. As the day winds down and the world slows, your soulmate's heart doesn't stop working. Those early morning awakenings, they weren't one-off moments. Nah, they sparked a chain reaction deep in their soul that's still in motion. This is where everything they realize starts turning into action, not just thoughts. By now, your soulmate has begun feeling a quiet urgency. Not panic, not fear, but this steady knowing that things can't stay the same. Silence can't protect them from this connection anymore. Their heart knows that what you share is alive, breathing, and waiting to be acknowledged. They've been replaying every memory of you, both the good moments and the messy ones. They're revisiting the misunderstandings, the unspoken words, the tension that once felt impossible to overcome. And here's the shift. Those memories no longer hurt. They now see them as lessons, guiding them toward growth and deeper truth. In the evening's quiet, they start imagining how they would approach you differently if given the chance. How would they speak with complete honesty, without hesitation? How would it feel to express their love without fear of judgment or rejection? This is a pivotal point, the start of conscious transformation. They are moving from being reactive to intentional, from acting out of fear to acting out of love and clarity. Gratitude begins to settle in their heart. They feel thankful for you, for your patience, your unwavering energy, and even the lessons learned through the struggles of distance. That gratitude is fueling determination. They now want to honor what's real, what matters, and what's sacred between you. Every small sign from the universe, the coincidences, the feelings, the messages, becomes a confirmation that alignment is happening. They are learning to wait, to act at the right time, and to respect the process. Even deeper, your soulmate is confronting old fears head on. The fear of rejection, the fear of inadequacy, the fear of repeating past mistakes. They're facing all of it. And as they acknowledge these fears, they start losing their grip. The heaviness lifts, bit by bit. This is how transformation works. It's not instant. It's slow, steady, and profound. And you, my child, are at the center of this growth. They are seeing your strength now, too. How you've moved forward, protected your peace, and built boundaries without resentment. They recognize the power in your consistency, the respect in your self-care, and the wisdom in your patience. Instead of being intimidated, it inspires them to rise up, to meet you at the level you've reached, not expect you to lower your standards. By the time night rolls in, your soulmate's heart is doing quiet, sacred work. They are making internal promises to be honest, to act with intention, to never take this connection for granted again. These aren't empty words. They're shaping how they will show up, how they will speak, and how they will love. The universe is aligning both of you behind the scenes, preparing for something monumental. They are learning balance, heart and mind together, intention and timing aligned. Every thought, every reflection, every small action now carries purpose. They're becoming someone who can honor you fully, someone who can meet your energy with integrity, patience, and love. And now, my child, as the night deepens, the final piece is about to fall into place. Next part will reveal the culmination of this transformation, the sacred reunion energy, the alignment, and the life-changing shift that's waiting for both of you. All right, my beloved child, we've reached the final part, and this is where everything comes together. As night fully embraces the world, your soulmate's heart is continuing its quiet, sacred work. The reflections from the morning and evening aren't fleeting. They're embedding deep into their soul. Every memory of you, every lesson learned, every pang of longing has become a guide, steering them toward the truth they can no longer ignore. They feel a magnetic pull toward you, a recognition so strong it can't be denied. This isn't impulse or rush. It's a sacred alignment of hearts and souls. They're thinking carefully about every step they will take. These won't be reactive moves or hurried gestures. Every choice is intentional. Every word will carry honesty, and every action will reflect the love and respect that your connection deserves. Your soulmate has begun seeing themselves differently now. The old fears, the fear of rejection, the fear of inadequacy, the fear of repeating mistakes, they no longer hold the same power. Each fear is being acknowledged, understood, and gently released. They're learning how to stand in their truth without letting fear dictate their decisions. And this shift, it's creating a deep inner calm, a quiet confidence that they've never had before. They are also noticing the subtle ways the universe is guiding them back toward you. Tiny signs, synchronicities, coincidences, they're everywhere. A lyric in a song, a phrase overheard, a sudden thought that feels like it came from nowhere. These are confirmations that the bridge between you is being built steadily and beautifully. Your soulmate is learning patience, timing, and discernment. They understand that rushing now would only risk the clarity they've worked so hard to gain. Throughout the night, they are forming a vision of your shared future, not a fantasy, but a plan based on honesty, emotional maturity, and conscious intention. They are imagining a connection where fear doesn't dictate the rules, where both of you can communicate with openness, and where love is proven through consistent effort, not empty promises. They are preparing themselves to meet you fully, not partially, to honor your energy, your growth, and the sacred bond you share. And here's the heart of it, my child. They see you, not the version they once knew, but the stronger, wiser, and more grounded version of yourself. They feel your energy even from afar, and it inspires them to rise, to become the person capable of holding the love and respect you deserve. They understand now that this connection isn't just romantic, it's transformative. It awakens, challenges, and elevates both souls. The universe is moving, my beloved child. Every moment, every reflection, every silent heartbeat is aligning both of you. The work they've done, the lessons you've learned, the strength you've cultivated, all of it is converging into something monumental. And soon, very soon, this sacred reunion will begin to reveal itself. So stay grounded, stay open, and trust the process. Your soulmate is not lost, and this connection is far from over. They're stepping into emotional maturity, spiritual alignment, and a readiness to love in a way that is honest, intentional, and enduring. The bridge is being built, and it's stronger than ever. Your patience, your growth, and your energy have never gone unnoticed. The universe is orchestrating a powerful alignment that will bring both of you together in a way that feels destined, sacred, and unstoppable. Keep your heart open. Something huge is waiting for you, and the best is still to come.